In terms of Trump forgiving his enemies, again, the guy is not burdened by principle. So that's not how he functions. It's about what works for him right now. So if you can do a deal with him, it doesn't matter that you were calling each other's mother's names 5 seconds ago. That's who he is. That is the upside of being unburdened by principle or any kind of code. Or I guess you could construe it as, no, his code is to just do right for the country. I didn't see that in his first term. We'll see if we see it this term.
This is not a comment, but it's related. There's the news that came out that Comcast is spinning off MSNBC and CNBC and a bunch of like dying cable networks, essentially. What do you, what's your take on, like I've read speculation like, oh, what if, some billionaire buys up MSNBC and changes it or whatever? Like, do you have any thoughts on like the state of the industry being in the cable industry and what's going to happen to these, because they're going to be severed from what I understand from NBC News. And so MSNBC and CNBC, out to sea, not really a pun intended, but like, cast off to fend for themselves.
What is your understanding of why Comcast is doing it?
Because there's value in the brands of a lot of these cable channels, but cable itself is not on the ascendance at the moment. So they're taking a bunch of different brands, except the most valuable ones like Bravo and NBC News and all the NBC properties, except for these two. And they're packaging them up into a separate company that might be big enough to acquire other companies or be acquired by somebody like Warner Brothers or something.